Cyber Daily News for May 4, 2026. First up, a serious new Linux flaw dubbed copy fail. Tracked as CVE 2026-31431 with a CVSS score of 7.8, the bug was disclosed by Zint code researchers. It abuses a logic flaw in the kernel's authentication cryptographic template, letting any local unprivileged user trigger a deterministic 4-byte write into the page cache of any readable file. A 732-byte Python script can edit a Setuid binary and obtain root on essentially every major distribution shipped since 2017, including Ubuntu, RHL, SUSE, and Amazon Linux. Because the corruption never marks the page dirty, the on-disk file is unchanged, making detection difficult, and shared page cache means it can even cross container boundaries. Patch immediately. Next, more Linux kernel pain. A researcher from offensive security firm Theory has uncovered a 9-year-old zero-day in the Linux kernel with the help of AI tooling. The flaw highlights how AI-equipped researchers are increasingly able to surface long-dormant bugs that have evaded human review for nearly a decade. Expect more of these legacy disclosures as AI-assisted code auditing becomes standard practice. Onto the network edge. SonicWall has released urgent firmware updates for 3 SonicOS vulnerabilities affecting Gen 6, Gen 7, and Gen 8 firewalls. The most severe, CVE 2026-0204, is a high-severity improper access control flaw with a CVSS score of 8.0. 2 additional medium-severity issues include a post-authentication path, traversal bug, and a stack-based buffer overflow that can crash a firewall. Patched versions are 6.5.5.2-28N, 7.3.2-7010, and 8.2.0-8009. Apply them now. The software supply chain takes another hit. Security Week reports that roughly 1,800 developers have been impacted in a mini Shai-Hulud attack targeting SAP, Lightning, and Intercom NPM packages. The compromised Lightning and Intercom packages have a combined monthly download count of nearly 10 million. Attackers introduced a pre-install hook to fetch and execute a bun binary, bypassing standard security monitoring. If your build pipelines pull from these ecosystems, audit immediately. In AI defense news, Anthropic has launched Claude Security, a public beta for Claude Enterprise customers aimed at countering the surge in AI-powered exploits. The tool uses Claude Opus 4.7 to scan code for vulnerabilities and generate proposed fixes. Anthropic positions this as a response to its own Claude Mythos model, which can match top experts at identifying and exploiting weaknesses. Integrations are planned with CrowdStrike, Microsoft Security, and Palo Alto Networks. A developing controversy around messaging privacy. Bloomberg and TechSpot report that a special agent from the US Bureau of Industry and Security circulated an internal email in January claiming Meta's WhatsApp encryption is, in his words, fake, and that Meta can access and store all message content including texts, photos, audio, and video in unencrypted form. After roughly 10 months of investigation, the probe was abruptly terminated by the Commerce Department. Meta has long publicly maintained that WhatsApp uses end-to-end encryption. Take these allegations as preliminary, but the questions they raise about consumer apps for sensitive business communications are not going away. A critical flaw has been disclosed in the Gemini CLI tool. Security Week reports the vulnerability could have allowed attackers to plant a malicious configuration file, enabling command execution outside the sandbox, opening the door to host code execution and supply chain attacks against developers using the tool. Update to the latest version immediately if you have it deployed. And finally, 3 suspects have been arrested for hacking more than 610,000 Roblox accounts. The trio is accused of distributing malware and selling access to the stolen accounts on Russian marketplaces. A reminder that gaming credentials remain a lucrative target in the underground economy. That's a wrap for today's Cyber Daily News. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date with the latest in cybersecurity. Catch us on YouTube and your favorite podcast platform. See you next time.